Salut! Salamé! Dorthin! Dorthin! Gott! Kande! Set! Dorthin! Gott! Badu! Set! Dorthin! Dorthin! श्रीमान गार्ड आपका निरीक्षण के लिए हाजिर है।
ఓకే నేను లైవ్గా ఏం చేయాలి లైవ్గా ఎటు వెళ్తారన్నా ఇటు వెళ్తా సరే
यूनिवर्सिटी मछलीपट्टनम All of you are requested to switch off your mobile phones, please.
National Anthem. Mr. Chancellor, do you have the permission of the Chancellor to commence the convocation proceedings?
Yes.
This convocation of Krishna University has been called to confer the degrees upon the candidates who have been certified to be worthy of them by the Executive Council. Salam Shetty Garu for 8th convocation, APSI Chairman Professor K. Madhumurthy Garu, Honorable Cabinet District In-charge Ministers, Honorable MPs, Honorable MLAs, esteemed Executive Council members, Senate members, Rector, Registrar, Deans, Faculty, proud parents, cherished alumni, and above all, the graduating class of 2022, 2023, and 2024. First of all, I am thanking the Honorable Chancellor of the Government of Andhra Pradesh for appointing me as the Vice Chancellor of the Krishna University. At the same time, I am also thanking the Government of AP, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Konidal Pawan Kalyan Garu, our Deputy Chief Minister, and our HRD Minister, Sri Nara Lokesh Garu, supporting me and putting as a Vice Chancellor of Krishna University during this regime as well as earlier regime 2014-19 also Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University Srikakulam and Acharya Nagarjuna University Guntur. I am thanking Sir Pranams for supporting me. On behalf of Krishna University, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 6th, 7th and 8th convocation which is scheduled on 25th June 2025. Today, the important thing is we are celebrating the Foundation Day. This is the day the way the Krishna University started in the combined state of Andhra Pradesh. Now today we are celebrating 18th Foundation Day. Once again I am thanking the Chancellor for giving an opportunity to conduct convocation on this day, sir. Thank you very much. Krishna University established with University College of Arts, Science and PG programs in Humanities and Social Sciences in 2008. Later, we have started with 167 affiliated colleges and running 187 UG and PG programs. And also we have 5-acre postgraduate center at Nujavidi, also offer 9 PG programs and around 15 PG programs and UG professional in the Krishna University campus. Krishna University recognizes research as an important market of India's growth and development in the 70 years to reach our vision by our Honorable Chief Minister Swarnandhra 2047 and our Honorable Prime Minister Viksit Bharat 2047. We are moving in that direction. In our university, 612 research articles have been published in highly cited journals, 212 books and book chapters were published, and we have accredited NAAC B+ grade in 2024 with the enrollment of 30,000 students throughout the Krishna district, NTR district and Eluru district. Between 20 to 25, the Krishna University has transformed from a teaching-focused university into vibrant research hub, like 500 projects worth of 2 crores we got, and PM Rusa program we got 20 crores. Around 30 patents were filed in science and technology. We hosted national and international events and conducted number of FDVs, and we are planning like our quantum technologies and the artificial intelligence in the emerging areas. Mr. Chancellor, the next item on the agenda, the presentation of the honorary cast degrees. Can I proceed? Yes.
I shall present Sri Mandav Prabhakar Rao Garu, Chief Guest cum Orator and recipient of Honoris Causa, and Professor MNV Ravikumar Garu and Mr. Anil Kumar Chalamal Setti Garu, the recipients of honorary degree to the Chancellor. Now, I request Professor M.V. Basveswar Rao Garu, Dean Faculty of Science, Krishna University, followed by the presentation of Honoris Causa to Sri Mandav Prabhakar Rao Garu, Chairman and Managing Director, Nujveedu Seeds, for the 6th convocation. Over to Professor M.B. Basveswar Rao Garu.
Mr. Chancellor, I deem it a unique privilege to present to you Sri Mandava Prabhakar Rao, a distinguished agripreneur who is a rare combination of entrepreneurial skills with a passion for agriculture, a visionary industrialist and a pioneer in Indian seed science and technology, whose life and work represent a legacy of agriculture innovation, rural development and nation building, a champion of sustainable and technology driven agriculture, a devoted steward of community welfare and a leader of rare combination. Sri Prabhakar Rao stands as an exemplary figure in India's agriculture and industrial preeminence. Born into a highly respected agriculture family in Guntur district to Sri Mandava Venkataramaya Garu and Srimati Ramadevi Garu, his life and work are deeply rooted in the soil of rural India. The values of hard work, scientific temper, public service were instilled in him from an early age. These formative influences inspired him to pursue higher education in agriculture at the prestigious Banaras Hindu University, that is a central university, where he achieved exceptional academic distinction, securing second rank in BSc Agriculture, first rank in MSc Agriculture, and winning a gold medal and a merit scholarship during his postgraduate years. With this admirable foundation in agriculture sciences and an unyielding passion for improving Indian farming, Sri Mandava Prabhakar Rao took over the reins of Nujveedu Seeds Limited which is called as NSL, a company founded by his illustrious father, Sri Mandava Venkatramaya Garu, in 1973. Under his inspiring leadership, NSL has transformed from a family-managed enterprise into India's largest and most respected seed company, making rapid strides when there was a tough competition from the MNCs. The NSL group, which he chairs today, has diversified into multi-sectors: seeds, textiles, renewable power, sugar, infrastructure, and information technology, with a combined investment of over 4,000 crores, directly contributing to India's sustainable industrial and agriculture advancement. The group's annual turnover now is around 8,500 crores. As a managing director of Nujividu Seeds, Sri Mandava Prabhakar Rao has guided the company to global standards of excellence in research, innovation, and farmer empowerment. NSL has consistently led the development of high quality, high yielding, pest resistant and climate resilient seed varieties. Under his leadership, NSL's advanced biotechnology laboratories and research infrastructure have produced some of India's most popular hybrid cotton seeds, including the iconic Bunny and Mallika, which have revolutionized cotton cultivation across the country. These hybrids, renowned for their superior fiber quality and adaptability, have brought prosperity to country's Indian farmers and improved the productivity of cotton growing regions. NSL's commitment to quality and innovation is visible in its state-of-the-art seed technology laboratory accredited by International Seed Testing Association and in its nationwide seed processing and also storage infrastructure. Leveraging modern tools such as SAP and other advanced modern digital tools, NSL has set new standards in quality assurance, genetic purity and customer service, making it not just a company but a cornerstone of India's agri-tech transformation. That is a key component in achieving sustainable growth in India. In recognition of these path-breaking and unparalleled achievements, NSL has honored with DSIR National Award in the year 2002, instituted by Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, and was adjudged as the #1 bio-agri company of India in multiple years, that is 2008, 2010 and 2012 by the prestigious Biospectrum ABLE Biotech Industry Survey.
The Chancellor presents the degree Doctor of Letters honorary causa to Sri Mandava Prabhakar Rao, Chief Guest cum Orator, and the recipient of honorary causa for 6th convocation.
Now I present the citation by Professor AVSN Maruti Garu, Dean, Faculty of Pharmacy, Krishna University, followed by the presentation of the honoris causa to Professor MNV Ravikumar Garu, Distinguished Professor, University of Alabama, for the 7th convocation.
Mr. Chancellor, it is my honor and proud privilege to present to you Dr. MNV Ravikumar, a visionary scientist, global academic leader and pioneer in pharmaceutical nanotechnology. Born in Andhra Pradesh, Dr. Kumar earned his bachelor's degree from Acharya Nagarjuna University, completed his master's in applied chemistry at Devi Ahalya Viswavidyalaya, and obtained a PhD in drug delivery from IIT Roorkee. He later pursued advanced postdoctoral training in Germany and the United States. Currently, he serves as the Distinguished University Research Professor and Assistant Vice President for Interdisciplinary Research at the University of Alabama, USA. He is also founding director of the Center for Convergent Biosciences and Medicine. Dr. Kumar's pioneering research on biodegradable nanoparticles has revolutionized drug delivery systems for chronic diseases such as diabetes, kidney disorders, and autoimmune conditions. He holds multiple patents internationally and founded Peroral Bioscience Incorporation, dedicated to improving accessibility to oral therapeutics. His impact on Indian science is profound. He established a Center for Pharmaceutical Nanotechnology at Naipur, Mohali, and contributed to founding the Institute of Nanoscience and Technology. He also played a crucial role in developing reports for setting up 7 additional Naipur institutions across India. A dedicated mentor, he has guided over 14 PhD scholars and 25 postdoctoral researchers, many now holding significant positions in academia and industry. Dr. Kumar has authored more than 125 peer-reviewed papers with over 25,000 citations, and his work appears in leading journals like ACS Nano and Nature Reviews Rheumatology. Recognized globally, he is Fellow of the Royal Society of Chemistry, Academia Europaea, and the American Institute for Medical and Biological Engineering. His awards include Van Humboldt Research Award, Global Leader Award, and 7 national honors. Dr. Kumar exemplifies brilliance, humility, and deep commitment to using science for human welfare. Despite global recognition, his heart remains rooted in Indian science and education. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his extraordinary and sustained contributions to pharmaceutical sciences, drug delivery innovation, interdisciplinary research, and national scientific advancement, I respectfully request you to confer upon Dr. MNV Ravikumar, the Doctor of Letters, honoris causa at the 7th Convocation of Krishna University, Machilipatnam.
The Chancellor presents the degree of Doctor of Letters, honorary causa, to Professor MNV Ravikumar, Distinguished Professor, University of Alabama, for 7th Convocation.
I now request Professor Y.K. Sundar Krishna, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Krishna University, to come and read the citation of Professor Sri Anil Kumar Chalamal Settigaru, Founder and CEO, Greenco Group, for the 8th Convocation.
Mr. Chancellor, it's my privilege to present to you Mr. Anil Kumar Chalamal Setti, a visionary technocrat, pioneering entrepreneur, and social architect, for the award of Doctor of Letters honoris causa in the 8th Convocation of Krishna University. A proud son of this soil, that is Machilipatnam, Mr. Anil Kumar has risen to national and global prominence as the founder and chief executive officer of Greenco Group, founder and chairman of AM Green and AS Urban, and as a torchbearer of India's clean energy revolution. Mr. Anil Kumar's professional journey began in the information technology with digital tele-entrepreneurs in India and United Kingdom. However, his entrepreneurial spirit led him to energy systems and infrastructure for sustainable future, and to become the lowest cost provider for carbon-free energy. His response in COVID-19 pandemic was exemplary. He donated over 1,500 high-capacity oxygen concentrators per day to multiple Indian states during COVID as a social entrepreneur. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his pioneering achievements in the field of clean energy and sustainable technology, his visionary leadership in fostering green energy and policy deemed it an honor to request you to confirm upon Mr. Anil Kumar Chalamal Setti the prestigious Doctor of Letters honoris causa of Krishna University.
The Chancellor presents the degree of Doctor of Letters Honorary Causa to Sri Anil Kumar Chalamal Chetty, Founder and CEO Greenco Group. Award of Gold Medals.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of Krishna University, I confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters of this university, and in token thereof, you have been presented with the degree, and I authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of your degree.
Award of Gold Medals.
I request all the awardees, the candidates, to raise from your seats.
All gold medal winners, please stand up.
Yes. Mr. Chancellor, I pray that the gold medals be awarded to the candidates who have been declared entitled to receive the gold medals. Dr. Sanjit Nath Gold Medal awarded to the student who obtained first division and secured highest CGPA in the master's degree in pharmacy. The first student is Miss S. Sai Kumari from 19 to 21 batch. Miss V. Rupasri Devi from 20 to 22 batch. Miss A. Nagalakshmi from 21 to 23. Miss G. Indusri from 22 to 24. I now present C.H. Purna Venkata Shivaram Gold Medal awarded to the student in M.A. Telugu by the university. The first student is Gondru James from 2019 to 21. Second, Mr. M. Sivababu from 20 to 22. Miss P. Nagarani from 21 to 23. I now present Sri Gudipati Mangaraju Gold Medal for first division in MSc in Organic Chemistry by passing all the subjects in one attempt. Firstly, Miss D. Sai Lakshmi Prasanna. She has also received Sri Velamuru Subramaniam Memorial Endowment Award to the girl student and topper in Krishna University Campus College. Next, N. Lakshmi Teja, 22 to 24. She also receives Sri Velamuru Subramaniam Memorial Endowment Award for the best girl student of Krishna University. Next, Miss Y. Josna, 21 to 23. She has also received Sri Velamuru Subramaniam Memorial Endowment Award from 21 to 23. Miss Mannim Navya, 22 to 24. I now present Mr. V.R. Tata, Mrs. Lalita Tata, and Ms. Himaja Tata Gold Medal awarded to the top student with highest GPA in Master's degree in Biotechnology. Ms. Josna Devi Kota, 2019 to 21. Ms. M. Praharshita, 20 to 22. Ms. V. Gautami, 21 to 23. Mr. K. Satish, 22 to 24. I now present Sri Sodabattina Memorial Gold Medal awarded to the best SC student in the PG courses. The first student is Ms. B. Haripriya, 21 to 23. Next, Ms. M. Sravani, 22 to 24. I now request the guest of honor, Sri Nara Lokesh Garu, Minister of HRD, IT, Electronics and Communication, RTG, Government of Andhra Pradesh, to address the audience.
Honorable Governor and Chancellor of Krishna University, His Excellency Sri S. Abdul Nazir Garu, Madam Governor, Chief Guest Sri Mandava Prabhakar Rao Garu, Distinguished Guest Professor MNV Ravi Kumar Garu and Sri Anil Kumar Chalmasetti Garu, APSHI Chairman Madhumurthy Garu, VC Professor Kuna Ramji Garu, Rector Professor Basveswar Rao Garu, Register Professor Usha Garu, Dean, Faculty, Researchers, staff members and proud parents and dear graduating students. It's indeed an honor and privilege for me to be here at the convocation of Krishna University, Machilipatnam. Let me take a moment to express my deep admiration for Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh and Chancellor of this university, Sri S. Abdul Nazir Garu. His deep commitment to justice, constitutional values, equity and education continued to guide our state to new laurels. His career reflects what discipline, integrity and determination can achieve and stands as a role model for every youth in this auditorium and in the state of Andhra Pradesh. He is the guiding force behind the establishment of the India International University of Legal Education and Research at Amravati. His presence as Chancellor of Krishna University is not just ceremonial, but the epitome of integrity, dedication, and service to the nation. His life is a shining example to every student here. With courage and character, one can rise to the highest echelons of leadership. And all of us, as we go about conquering the world in front of us, we should take the Honorable Governor as an example. Now, heartfelt congratulations to all the graduates receiving their degrees today. This is a moment of celebration not just for you, but also your parents, your teachers, and everyone who supported you in this amazing journey. This day marks the culmination of years of hard work, perseverance, and commitment. More than that, it's a beginning of a new chapter, a chapter filled with promise, responsibility, and opportunity. It's time for you to show your gratitude to your parents, family, and country at large. Your degree is not merely a certificate, it is a responsibility. A responsibility to apply your knowledge for the greater good, to question injustice, to innovate for inclusive growth, and to uphold the values of empathy, integrity, and courage. In the spirit of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji, I urge you to dream big, but let your dreams be rooted in service to this amazing nation. Our country needs young minds who can not only code and compute, but who can also care and contribute. Whether you choose to be an entrepreneur, a public servant, a researcher, or a teacher, make excellence your habit and ethics your compass. Learning does not stop with graduation. It's a lifelong activity. Let your learning lead to action. Let your action lead to impact. Whether you dream of building satellites, developing software, or designing green buildings, launching startups, or empowering rural India, know this: you have the potential in you to change the world, starting right from here. Always have that beginner's mindset. Have that hunger in you. Have that commitment in you. In this digital age, knowledge is a powerful currency. But beyond knowledge, it is character, compassion, and courage that will define your success and significance. As you rise in your careers, never lose sight of your values. Remain curious, stay humble, and continue to learn, because true education never ends. Education is all about solving real human problems: climate change, healthcare, sustainable energy, and inclusive technology. I urge you to think not just as professionals, but as nation builders. Friends, we are living in an era defined by rapid technology advancements, global interconnectivity, and complex challenges. From climate change to AI disruptions, from healthcare transformation to sustainable development. Today you step into a world where artificial intelligence writes poetry, quantum computing solves intractable problems, and biotechnology extends beyond human longevity. In this context, education must evolve beyond the traditional model. It must cultivate critical thinking, foster creativity, and instill ethical leadership. Now, you will encounter many options in your life. Some of them may have dilemmas. Many of you may face questions like, should I take this job? Or should I go for higher studies? Or should I start something new on my own? Here is my offer. Life is a limited time offer. Don't be others' choice. It's your life, your choice. Be bold, be humble. Learn to be a team player. You should never be a cog in the machine, but be an important lever in the system. You must think like an entrepreneur, bold, adaptable, and resilient. Take risks, but with purpose. Embrace failure as a teacher. Keep learning. Your degree is just the beginning. The world needs not just workers, but creators, dreamers, and doers. If you believe in an idea so deeply, chase it with your passion. Be responsible, but be fearless. And all above, listen to your heart. The best innovations, like the best lives, are born from passion, not just salaries and paychecks. Machilipatnam is one of the rare towns where trade, culture, art, education, like Pingali Venkaya Garu, Dr. B. Pattabi Sitaramaya Garu, Mutnuri Krishnarao Garu, and in fact Anna NTR Garu is from this very combined district. We are very famous for Kuchipudi dance and Kalamkari art, which got GI tag. So is our Bandar Laddu. We are known for resilience. Divisima Uppana of 1864 has taken close to 30,000 people lives and 50% of the town's population, followed by another cyclones. Hence, it's always an inspiring time to be here at Machilipatnam. Our Krishna University is established in 2008, currently serving 2,000 admitted students in the university and approximately 30,000 students in 134 affiliated colleges. I am happy to learn that in the academic year 24-25, students secured 100% placement for campus students, while affiliated colleges saw close to 60% placements in the previous academic year. Though the university secured a place in the NIRF ranking 151 to 200 band in 2017, It slipped out of the rankings in recent years. I request the leadership to get the NIRF ranking below 100, and that is a task that we should do and deliver it as a token of appreciation to our Honorable Chancellor. To our young graduates, I urge you to dream big, work hard, never fear failure. Success is not a destination. It is a journey of constant growth, contribution, and purpose. Go forth and build not just a career, but a life that inspires others. Finally, be proud of your roots, be driven by purpose, be the change makers who shape not just our futures, but the future of this great nation. We are all with you. To a determined soul, entire universe shall conspire to support. The journey begins today. Go forth and light the way. Jai Hind and Jai Andhra Pradesh.
Thank you very much for your valuable message, sir. I now request our chief guest cum orator and recipient of honoris causa, Sri Mandav Prabhakar Rao Garu, to deliver the convocation address.
Namaskaram and good evening to all of you. Respected Honorable Governor of the state of Andhra Pradesh and the Chancellor of Krishna University, Sri Syed Abdul Nazir Ji, Honorable Minister of Higher Education and IT, Sri Nara Lokesh Garu, Professor Dr. Kuna Ramji, Vice Chancellor of Krishna University, Professor Mandava Basaveshwar Rao, Rector of the University, Professor N. Usha, Registrar of the University, Deans of Faculties, Honorable Members of Executive Council and Academic Senate, distinguished guests, esteemed invitees, faculty and staff of the University, awardees, my dear student friends and members of the print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. My greetings to you all on the 6th, 7th and 8th convocation of the Krishna University. It's a true privilege and great honor for me to be present amidst you all at this esteemed university, participating in the momentous 6th, 7th and 8th convocation ceremony of the prestigious Krishna University. I am indeed delighted and honored to be invited to address this august gathering on the occasion of convocation ceremony of Krishna University, Machilipatnam. The region is home to many prestigious, eminent national educational institutions such as Andhra Jatiya Kalashala, the Hindu College, the Noble College, and holds a special place in my heart, given by deep-rooted connections to the farming community. As a person from farmers' family, I firmly believe that much remains to be done to uplift our agricultural sector and support those who work tirelessly to provide us with sustenance. Agriculture is the foundation of our society, and ensuring its sustainability is crucial for the well-being of our nation. I am indeed happy to receive honoris causa from the esteemed Krishna University for having rendered invaluable services to the society through the agriculture, which is backbone for Indian economy. In fact, my passion and commitment for agriculture and rural development is long-standing. Today, we gather to celebrate the culmination of our academic journey, years of dedication, perseverance, and hard work. But more than that, it is a defining moment in the personal lives of those completing their degree. On this momentous occasion, I extend my heartiest congratulations to the graduating students, especially those who have won gold medals and awards. Dear friends, now that you have been presented your degrees, you are going to the actual field of work on your own without having your mentor or the teacher around. Your accomplishments today mark the beginning of an exciting and impactful journey. As you step into the world, remember that each one of you is a nation builder in your own right. Treat your work as a mission, not just as a profession. As you move forward, I urge you to lead with humility, empathy, and a deep sense of purpose. I therefore remind you of the words of Bhagavan Buddha, which I believe will serve as guiding light for you at this juncture. Lord Buddha has given a word of advice to his disciples when he said, Attadeep Bhava, be your own light. Remember that every decision you make has the power to transform lives. Uphold integrity, honesty, and transparency as your guiding principles, regardless of the challenges you face. I am happy to note that this university has contributed substantially to the development of higher education in the region of Krishna district.
Thank you very much for that inspiring speech on agriculture, growth, the development of Andhra Pradesh and P4 initiatives of Andhra Pradesh. I now request the Chancellor of Krishna University, Sri Abdul Nazir Garu, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, to give his Chancellor's address.
Today's Chief Guest, Sri Nara Lokesh Garu, Minister of IT and Human Resources, Sri Mandava Prabhakar Rao, Chairman and Managing Director, Nuzvidu Seeds, Chief Guest cum Orator and Recipient of Honoris Causa for 6th Convocation, Professor MNV Ravikumar, Distinguished University Research Professor, Assistant Vice President of Interdisciplinary Research, Founding Director, the Center for Convergent Bioscience and Medicine, Interim Chair, Department of Translational Science and Medicine, the University of Albana, USA, Recipient of Honoris Causa for 7th Convocation, Shri Anil Kumar Chalamala-Shetty, Founder and CEO, Grenco Group, Founder and Chairman, AM Green and ACE Urban Hyderabad, Recipient of Honoris Causa for 8th Convocation, Professor Kuna Ramji, Vice Chancellor, Members of Executive Council, Rector, Registrar, Deans, Principals of Constituent and Affiliated Colleges, Faculty and Staff, Donors of Endowment Gold Medals, my dear students, recipients of degrees and gold medals and their proud parents, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Andiriki Namaskaram. Ee roju Krishna Vishwavidyalayam Snatakotsavamlo పాల్గొనడం నాకు చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది. ఈ స్నాతకోత్సవంలో డిగ్రీ పట్టాలు అందకున్న విద్యార్థులు అందరికీ నా హృదయపూర్వక అభినందనలు. As Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore said in his magnum opus Gitanjali, and I quote, please listen to me carefully, students. Where the mind is without fear, and the head is held high, when knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, unquote. May you always walk forward with fearless minds and purposeful hearts. As Chancellor of this young university, it is both an honor and privilege to stand before you and address this assembly of future professionals and future greats, future ministers, future prime ministers, who knows. As the governor of and visitor, I am witness to the evolving journey of this university. I appreciate the university administration and staff for achieving 2F 12B and NAC B+ accreditation, and I encourage you to continue with building this beautiful campus to provide necessary infrastructure for the stakeholders. I think they really deserve a round of applause perhaps for all these achievements, particularly the Vice Chancellor and of course our Minister for Education. Just a few years ago, you walked through the portals of this university, perhaps with a mix of excitement and trepidation, eager to embark on a journey of discovery and growth. Krishna University is nestled in the historic and cultural city of Machilipatnam on the Bay of Bengal coast, and this port will soon serve as the capital port integrated with upcoming new greenfield capital city of Amravati in view of its proximity. Mr. Nara Lokesh is here. I have been claiming everywhere, Amravati will be the best in the country. And his responsibility has doubled now. Krishna University has changed its curriculum in accordance with the National Education Policy 2020, which promotes the extensive use of technology in teaching, learning, assessment and administration, including blended learning models. You have navigated the complexities of your chosen disciplines, embraced new perspectives, and challenged the preconceived notions with vibrant intellectual exchange within your departments. And every moment you spent here has contributed to the individual that you are today. You have benefited from the inspiring guidance you from the professors of this university, who believed in your potential, encouraged your curiosity, and pushed you to strive for excellence, extending far beyond the confines of classroom. The parents and the families who are large in number here, this achievement is yours too. There is no monopoly for the students here. Your sacrifices, your endless support, your belief in dreams of your children, and your unwavering encouragement has been the bedrock of these students' success. Swarnaandhra 2047 is a comprehensive vision document unveiled by the Andhra Pradesh government, aiming to transform the state into a wealthy, healthy and happy state by the centenary year of India's independence in 2047. This vision aligns with the national vision of Viksit Bharat at 2047. The main goals of this vision document are to ensure sustainable and inclusive economic growth by leveraging technology, infrastructure, and human resources, with a focus on involving citizens from local communities through dedicated action units. It aims to position Andhra Pradesh among the top 3 states in the country in GDP, investments, quality of life by 2047. Andhra Pradesh plans to become a global economic leader by utilizing its second longest coastline, resources and skilled workforce, focusing on sectors like agriculture, innovation, renewable energy and IT services for sustained growth. You are the future citizens who will be part of this evolving progress across sectors aligned with Bharat's centennial vision. Here let us recall the following Sanskrit shloka from Rig Veda that says, Matribhumi, Swasamskriti, Swamatribhasha, Cha Sukhadhatu Tattvat Adarayet. Meaning, one should respect his motherland, his culture, and is mother tongue because they are givers of happiness. Looking ahead, I am confident Krishna University will ascend the trajectory of sustained growth, inclusive development, and a technological renaissance that can secure Andhra Pradesh's future. I am happy to know that this university has entered several MOUs with industries and institutions, and an active MOU with Bharat Electronics Limited, Machilipatnam, in electronics and communication engineering that enables students to get placement in Navaratna company. BEL's indigenously designed Akash Tir air defense system demonstrated its capabilities during what? Operation Sindoor, successfully neutralizing the enemy's drone and missile attacks. This is a key step forward under the Government of India's Make in India initiative, enhancing the country's ability to detect, track and neutralize emerging aerial threats. As you step out of these hallowed halls of the university, you carry not just degrees, but a wealth of knowledge, critical thinking skills, problem-solving abilities, and an understanding of the world around us. More importantly, you carry the ethical values instilled by the university: integrity, perseverance, community spirit, and a commitment to lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is perhaps best epitomized by Charlie Munger, who said, and I quote, listen to me carefully, cultivate curiosity and strive to become a little wiser every day. Right? I see people rise in life who are learning machines. They go to bed every night a little wiser than when they got up. Unquote. Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education redesigned the curricular framework for the UG and PG degree programs in the colleges and universities by introducing 4-year UG programs with double major and minors with multiple entry and multiple exits as per NEP 2020 guidelines. The revision of the curriculum with new course in artificial intelligence and machine learning, quantum technologies, need skilling and upskilling to bridge the gap between the classroom to the company. Another important objective of NEP 2020 is the integration and revitalization of the Indian knowledge systems that aims to restore and promote traditional knowledge alongside contemporary education. The Indian knowledge systems represent a vast and rich intellectual knowledge and tradition developed over a millennia, encompassing diverse fields such as epistemology, engineering sciences, Indian languages and literature, and the natural world. These systems provide profound insights into human understanding, nature, and the pursuit of knowledge. To name a few, Ayurveda, Yoga, Nyaya Shastra, astronomy are some of the living examples of our rich classical knowledge. However, their value has often been undermined due to the dominance of European cultural experiences in shaping contemporary knowledge systems. The world today is a dynamic and ever-evolving. New challenges will emerge and new opportunities will present themselves. I have no doubt in my mind that education you have received here has equipped you to face challenges with confidence and adaptability. Whether you are pursuing further studies, embarking on a professional career, or venturing into entrepreneurship, remember the lessons learned within these walls. Krishna University should carry forward the spirit of learning, promote research and innovation, and contribute positivity to our society. I hope our students will become innovators, compassionate and happy leaders, and agents of positive change towards Viksit Bharat at 2047. Here, let us recall the wise words of our former President, Bharat Ratna, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who said, and I quote, "Dream, dream, and dream. Dream, dream, and dream. Dreams transform into thoughts. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action." So the mandate given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is dream, 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 and dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action. Let us not forget that the privileges we enjoy also come with duties and responsibilities. A strong emphasis is needed with a focus on green energy, water conservation, afforestation, and a positive approach to nature and development. Krishna University's vision to serve the society should align with the P4 model mooted for development of the state, the public-private people partnership. P4, the public-private people partnership. This is the pet slogan of our Honorable Chief Minister Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. The public-private people partnership framework has been designed to make planning and service delivery truly inclusive. Partnership needs to be established between NGOs, academia, and technical experts who bring the best practices, capacity building, and monitoring system to the table. It is heartening to know that Krishna University has celebrated Achievers Day on May 2025 along with the students and their parents on successful 100% placement during this academic year 24-25. My suggestion to the faculty is to formulate, my suggestion to the teachers, faculty is to formulate a demand-driven approach in designing courses, keeping the emerging technologies in view for the benefit of students to ensure wider employability. A demand-driven approach. I appreciate the Vice Chancellor and his team for successfully organizing Yogendra 2025, a month-long campaign, both online and offline, by blending yoga asanas and mindfulness session for holistic health of students to build a momentum for International Yoga Day. I think we have created a world record on 21st of this month. I am happy to know that Krishna University has started a tree plantation drive with 12,000 saplings for a sustainable and green campus, positioning Yogendra 2025 as both a wellness drive and an environmental friendly public health awareness campaign. As we celebrate this milestone, let us also remember the friendships forged, the laughter shared, and the memories created here. These bonds will last a lifetime, reminding you the incredible journey you shared at this Krishna University. As you toss your caps high and embark on your journey of next chapter of your lives, I hope you will do so with optimism, enthusiasm, and deep sense of purpose. Let us continue to learn, to grow, and make your alma mater proud of your achievements, so also the Chancellor. Before concluding, let me quote the following inspirational shloka from Rig Veda. Yada manah hridayam sankalpa शक सम्यक् भवति तदा किमापि असंभवं न भवति. Meaning, when the mind, heart and resolution are all aligned and in harmony, then nothing is impossible. Actually, we were told impossible is fool's dictionary. ఈ స్నాతకోత్సవంలో డిగ్రీ పట్టాలు అందుకున్న విద్యార్థులు అందరికీ మరొక్కసారి అభినందనలు తెలుపుకుంటున్నాని. ధన్యవాదాలు. జై హింద్.
Thank you so much for that inspiring and wonderful message to our students. Now we'll go on with the felicitation to the Honorable Governor and Chancellor of Krishna University. Felicitation to our guest of honor, Sri Nara Lokesh Garu. Felicitation to our chief guest and recipient of honoris causa, Sri Mandava Prabhakar Rao Garu. Felicitation to our recipient of honoris causa, Professor MNV Ravikumar Garu. Felicitation to honoris causa, Sri Anil Kumar Chalamal Setti Garu. As we step into the 18th Foundation Day of Krishna University, it is my proud privilege to extend heartfelt gratitude on behalf of this university to each esteemed guest who has graced this convocation with their presence. First and foremost, I express deepest thanks to the Honorable Governor, His Excellency Sri Abdul Nazir Garu, for taking time from a demanding schedule to visit our university for the second time and inspire us with your wisdom and presence. Your words have left an indelible mark on this special day, sir. Our sincerest thanks to the Honorable Minister of Education and Guest of Honor, Sri Nara Lokesh Garu, for sharing an insightful perspective on the future of learning and the role of empowered youth in building a better tomorrow. Your speech has truly sparked motivation among all present here, sir. We are especially grateful to our chief guest, Sri Mandav Prabhakar Rao Garu, for delivering an address that is both thought-provoking and stirring about agriculture and P4 development in Andhra Pradesh. Your achievements and experiences are a guiding light for our graduating students as they step into the world beyond these walls. Thanks are due to our AP State Council of Higher Education Chairman, Professor K. Madhumurthy Garu, whose tireless leadership, academic foresight and personal commitment to excellence has shaped our policies towards Swarnandhra 2047. To the recipients of honoris causa, Professor MNV Ravikumar Garu and Sri Anil Kumar Chalamalsetti Garu, your presence has elevated this occasion and reminded us of the strong capabilities and global network of our sons of soil from Krishna district of Andhra Pradesh. I am here reminded of the beautiful Sanskrit phrase, Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadasi Gariyasi, which translates to Janma Bhuminichina Talli Mariyu Matrubhumi Swargam Kante Kuda Unnatamainavi. Thank you for the beautiful honoris causa awardees and the profound statements that resonate across culture about our sons of soil from Andhra Pradesh. Thanks are due to our Vice Chancellor of Krishna University, Professor Ramji Garu, for your visionary leadership and steadfast commitment that guide this university towards greater heights. I thank the members of the University Executive Council and Academic Senate as your collective wisdom, policy making and governance underpin the very framework on which our university's aspirations rest. I also thank our deans, faculty, parents and guardians, PhD scholars and students, distinguished guests and dignitaries. My sincere gratitude to our Krishna District Collector and Magistrate Sri D.K. Balaji Garu, Joint Collector Mrs. Geetanjali Sharma Garu, our SP Sri K. Gangadhar Rao Garu and the police personnel who have guided Krishna University towards a memorable convocation. I also thank the ASP of Krishna District, Revenue Divisional Officer, Tahsildar, District SC Welfare and Empowerment Officer, District Manager of Markfed, District Sports Development Officer, RDO, Tahsildar of Machilipatnam North and South, District Panchayat Officer, Municipal Commissioner of Machilipatnam, District R&B Engineer, Superintendent Engineer APCP DCL Krishna, Deputy Electrical Inspector, District Fire Officer, District Horticulture Officer, District Civil Supply Officer, Food Safety Officer, District Medical and Health Officer, District Coordinator of Hospitality Services, DPO, DPRO Krishna, Assistant Engineer DPRO, District Forest Officer and District Tourism Officer for your continuous support towards making this convocation a grand success. I also thank the media representatives for capturing the spirit of today's convocation and for sharing our university's story with the broader public of Andhra Pradesh. Finally, I extend deep appreciation to everyone here in small and large ways who contributed to the success of this convocation, volunteers, technical teams, event organizers, and all those who offered support over the past weeks. I also extend warm thanks to our local Minister and MLA, Sri Kollu Ravindra Garu, to the Member of Parliament, Sri Balasauri Garu, and the other MLAs and MPs who have made it to this convocation and contributed your might to this place. I thank all of you with one small saying by Sri Gurujad Apparao Garu, who wrote this in 1910. సొంత లాభం కొంత మానుకు పొరుగు వానికి తోడు పడవోయ్, దేశమంటే మట్టి కాదోయ్, దేశమంటే మనుషులోయ్. కృతజ్ఞతలు. ధన్యవాద్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. I now request all of you to stand up for the national anthem.
Madam. The last item on the agenda. Please be seated. 1 minute. Dissolution of the convocation. Mr. Chancellor, do I have the permission of the Chancellor to dissolve the convocation?
Yes.
I declare the convocation dissolved. Now stand up for national anthem. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.